You wake up in the morning telling yourself that today will finally be different. You promise yourself that this is the day you'll become productive, get your life together, and finally start working on the things you've been avoiding for so long. You begin thinking about your goals, your dreams, and the future you want for yourself. Maybe you imagine becoming successful, getting healthier, making money, studying harder, or finally becoming the person you always wanted to be. For a few moments, you actually feel excited. Motivation fills your mind, and it feels like you're finally ready to change everything and take control of your life. But the moment you sit down to begin working, something strange happens. Your excitement suddenly disappears, and your energy fades almost instantly. The task in front of you suddenly feels too big, too difficult, and emotionally exhausting. Your brain starts seeing the work like a giant mountain that's impossible to climb. So instead of starting, you tell yourself you'll just take a short break first. You open your phone for a few minutes, hoping it will help you relax before getting serious. But a few minutes quickly turn into hours of scrolling social media, watching random videos, and avoiding the work you were supposed to do. Without realizing it, your entire day slowly disappears. And deep down, you already know exactly what's happening. You know you're wasting time, but somehow you still can't force yourself to stop scrolling and begin. At the end of the day, you look back at everything you plan to do and realize that.
But what if that's not true at all? What if you've been blaming yourself for something that isn't actually laziness? What if the real problem is overwhelm? What if your brain is simply overloaded with stress, pressure, fear, and expectations? Your mind looks at your goals and sees something emotionally exhausting. Instead of seeing small steps, your brain only sees the entire journey all at once. And when something feels too stressful or too difficult, your brain naturally tries to protect you by avoiding it completely. So instead of taking action, your brain starts searching for comfort, distraction, and easy dopamine that feels good immediately. That's why scrolling social media feels easier than studying, working out, or chasing your goals. Your brain chooses temporary comfort over temporary stress. And the important thing to understand is this: it's not happening because you're weak or broken. Your brain is simply trying to protect you from emotional pressure. But the comfort never lasts very long. The videos end, the scrolling stops, and reality slowly comes back again. And after wasting hours doing nothing important, the guilt becomes even heavier than before. You feel frustrated, disappointed, and angry at yourself again. And slowly, without realizing it, this cycle repeats every single day. Stress leads to avoidance, avoidance creates guilt, and guilt creates even more stress.
The more overwhelmed you feel, the harder it becomes to even begin. Simple tasks start feeling emotionally heavy, and your motivation slowly disappears before you even start. And because you keep struggling to take action, you start calling yourself lazy more and more. Eventually, you begin believing that label completely. But here's the truth most people never realize. Truly lazy people usually don't care about improving their lives at all. But you do care. That's exactly why you feel frustrated, guilty, and disappointed in yourself every day. Deep down, you genuinely want your life to become better. You want to grow, improve yourself, build confidence, become successful, and finally feel proud of who you are becoming. So instead of trying to completely change your life overnight, stop making the goal so huge. Start smaller than your fear. One page, one push-up, 1 minute of work. Tiny actions may seem meaningless, but they are powerful because they make starting feel possible. When actions feel small and safe, your brain stops resisting so much, and little by little, starting becomes easier than avoiding. And once you begin moving, even slowly, something important changes inside you. Confidence slowly starts replacing fear, and progress begins replacing guilt. So remember this the next time you feel stuck and hopeless. You are not lazy.
you are overwhelmed. And unlike laziness, overwhelm can absolutely be fixed.